Alright, Ebushia, Yabemo Vibia Kwaba, Shronkoso, Aba number 1 political channel, POG Media, Smasho, Safi, and as Waba, Oba like and subscribe and after sweat my share, Jumedino. I'm a for to me, Aka, and please kindly click on the notification bell, so I'm a brand, and the political update be at the better channel, Nisubiano, also to me, I can watch it, nothing so as answer warding. Afei yembo Ryan semnemne mfa ensem dodo na embrewo lawyer Tsatsu Chikata abusua some years back ogina Supreme Court ka sembi actually tokuno na se o make some prophecies bi abusua enda me no kase according to Kevin Taylor no or said that prophecies no abema abusua ensema lawyer Tsatsu Chikata ka chile tokuno Supreme Court na abusua woti ensem na Oyembesho Kevin Taylor aba bo lawyer Tsatsu Chikata the voices na abusia men waste time plan me person me yakona akuti bi na sana be kono me sure so wansem kai bia na be share a comment section wala like share jumedi no ma foforo sensa entumi enkami medamase.
You thought you can take us for a ride, Adole? This was the advice Tsatsu Chikata gave you.
I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8, verse 7. He that has an ear, let him hear. I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8, verse 7. He that has an ear, let him hear. I conclude with prophetic words that were spoken centuries ago. For they sow the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. These are the words of the prophet Hosea, to be found in Hosea chapter 8, verse 7.
He advised you, may come and I easy, I'm a piece for a sale, your two eduboneno, e be canano. There are two eduboneno. Sa edubonena obetono, ebi kawano. Now why too politically? Oh, yemre mabeshi ojafuni ekasa. Oh, nice. When number nam toko no akogina court e ka kire Ghana fo nyina say, when meeting. I'm like, are we mad as a people? And a whole chief justice goes to court and says, penny. Penny ma committee na Ghana Constitution ashe me ateno penny mo monko so adentra. There's people on the committee they were at this restaurant in T. Na adwini mu no ohun se na mo bo no ho po. Like this is where we are. This is total destruction. Where the woman has no case. She is scared to meet the committee. She knows she has committed crimes, not a crime, crimes that she needs to answer to. The whole Chief Justice suspended CJ Getutokonu through her lawyer, Godfrey Dame, Tio. Chief Justice way Akuffo Godfrey Dame send a lawyer. Now, and our court, Godfrey Dame now oya Attorney General. In the government that brought her, suddenly, or shockingly, or surprisingly, Getutokonu morally, when that lawyer Bia or Ghana say, that Attorney General that we were talking say, she was favoring the Attorney General, helping the Attorney General, conniving with the executive and Attorney General, jailing people politically. This woman morally could not move away from that assertion to go get somebody to be her lawyer. When your lawyer Bia or Ghana say, then Nana Adodankwa Akuffo lawyer, Godfrey Dame na ye lawyer or dinako jina court. Like Jesus Christ. Obia ye tokonu edruana. Ana tokonu onferia de. Tokonu ni age ni na umudi 17, 18 na neighborhood ya from abena uhubon die. Omonferia de. Tokonu is not shy of anything. She's not embarrassed. Tokonu me assure say time I know 17, 18 in neighborhood no. Now your friend abena uhubon die. Because the issue is, you should be even ashamed. morally, you're not even supposed to go back and bring Godfrey Dame. But you know what hurts? It is the rationale behind what they are trying to do. They are forcing us to think, say, Madam Tokonu, into what she wants is what we have to do. That is what I hate about what is happening. The former Chief Justice Tokonu is disrespectful. Very disrespectful. Her body language, her posture, that attitude that she's entitled to something that she's not entitled to. That idea that it is me and that the law cannot apply. That is what chucks me about this whole concept happening. Because Madam Tokonu at this point is trying to tell us, say, na semina abano, say, udi wo munkwa dia birthday party kura men kobi. Men kwe ye. Men kwa wedding. As far as onwakodi na semina yedna bejina committee no, the moment aka committee no, men didi wa bontene. Because if it was a wedding or a funeral, and anke ko hu nkofo we wa asia, anka die ne beka. So right now, the lawyers or people who are involved in this case, they cannot meet as human beings anywhere. To Godfrey Dame and get to talk no. That is how they see it. So it's a sense of entitlement. It is me. So nobody should go out and eat. It is me. So as far as your name is in there, you cannot meet anybody and have a conversation. It is me. That entitlement mentality. Amanda draws my ding. But this woman, if she's making that argument today, say, oh, today, nipebiti aya committee niso. Nipebiti committee niso. And CCTV so oma ko share restaurant omu ko baby no go share as far as the nipa bi eka committee no ono Madam Tokonu hu ni say their judgment. In fact, Tokonu call court no. She raised some issues. Interlocutory injunction and open. Or see, judge will say, Mr. Puaman, or see, oh, time na or no a Supreme Court judge, no, Chief Justice, no, a former Chief Justice way. Or see, oh, some people try to take him out by petitioning the Chief Justice. Ain't he sad the no papanity or when he say, Puaman na or take committee in no. Automatically, no, na no, Puaman penasem to Puaman be pamono. Puaman will help the committee to sack her. That is her idea. So she's prejudging everything. She already has an idea about everyone. Because in her brains, you know, or say Puaman et me pia bontrako other lawyers. It's your restaurateur. And the chempo say Puaman asemno on demand and say during her time, you know, yeah, the petition breno. Then the question here is, so petition here the bro about Puaman. At the end of the day, did you sit on the petition and did you give Puaman the chance to explain himself? The petition itself was not heard. So the petition which wasn't heard, how can you conclude today and say, because a petition was brought against Puaman when you were the Chief Justice, automatically Puaman has something against you? Ebia enambonia wakorino and eso daye. Ama ni tire boni na Tokonu every year time na Chief Justice no. Eno na eso Tokonu daye ende. Now the question here is, were we not in this country? And they raise the issue about a year Gau, a judge and another Danko Akuffo Ekofano edene bae so ombe Supreme Court judge. People were questioning Gau's political affiliation because Judge Gau or a former parliamentary candidate for the NPP. This matter came to court. What did the Chief Justice say? Because at this point, the Chief Justice wants to tell us to say, because a petition was brought against Puaman during her time as a CJ, no, which we all know say that petition wasn't written by you, Tokonu. That petition wasn't written by Akuffo. That petition was written by a Ghanaian with allegations in. And that allegation at the end of the day was not verified to see, say, Puaman ayede na nipa ne kana anase onkaye. So how can you today go to court and say on person committee na juma basu because why dream no Puaman ayede empa wasem? Because at the end of the day undi Puaman body bia. You did not even sit on any petition. For somebody to just bring in a petition does not mean you, the Chief Justice Tokonu, you took a decision against Puaman to get rid of Puaman. unless that was your intention, unless that was what you were planning to do. If that was not what you planned to do, or that wasn't your intention, then it means you basically respected Puaman's independence. You did not care about the petition. You only cared about the independence when it comes to the job. Because you told us the same thing when Gawu Tokonu Kachire say, Gawu na Ghana for Ekase or your MPP former minister no parliamentary candidate, he cannot be moved to the Supreme Court because of his affiliation. Not just an affiliation, because he contested on the ticket of the party in power. This was the argument the Chief Justice made. Time I had the case in the bar court. The argument, let's listen to the Chief Justice when that issue was raised.
Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin took aim at the judgment of the Supreme Court that stayed his ruling on those 4 seats. He asked his lawyers to file an application to get that set aside. But even before that argument will be had in court, his lawyer was on his feet in opposition to one member of the panel, Justice Yao Enes-Gayewu.
He was known to be associated with the New Patriotic Party. And in fact, he was the parliamentary candidate in one of their constituencies in the Volta region.
I think you said enough.
Very well. And
yes.
I just want to demonstrate from, especially again.
No, I think you said enough.
From the
I think you said no. I think you said enough. Kindly resume this.
Very well, Malik.
After listening to the arguments on both sides, the Supreme Court, the 5-member panel, did not agree with Tadio Sori, lawyer for the Speaker.
All right, Abusia, it is just a lawyer Tsatsu Chikata. The voice some years back, Ujina Supreme Court, kind as a prophecy, Ujina Supreme Court, making a co-cotino. Na Kevin Taylor at the 2 hours when I just say, Obo to Kunucha or Chen say, Unjine arrogant no non copy baby, and Tina Isan say, Udi even and Chinabotoma call Nano Becona Unjide or Yan Honande or so court or China or so yesi, Sanyo Manina, Emwa. Ne respect in the ulu such as a Kevin Taylor and Sama or the 2 hours and Semno, ano Esha or Fire Yama Bukokan, a minority leader, Afenyo Mark in Sebusia, na Enyasim, Kumaiti Weperson by Miakonakuti, Kevin, a call baby Taylor and Sama or the 2 hours.
Speaker, that Justice Yao Enes-Gayewu should recuse himself from the case.
This court must take judicial notice of the fact that within the ranks of the Superior Court is a former member of Parliament for the National Democratic Congress, a former General Secretary of the People's National Convention. The subject matter of this suit before this court is a constitutional dispute and not a matter involving political parties. The objection is therefore misconceived. This court must take judicial notice of the fact that within the ranks of the Superior Court is a former member of Parliament for the National Democratic Congress, a former General Secretary of the People's National Convention. The subject matter of this suit before this court is a constitutional dispute and not a matter involving political parties. The objection is therefore misconceived.
This is Madam Tokonu. Time Alban Bagbin mo case the court to say, Mr. Gawu, or your MPP parliamentary candidates, and the other better Supreme Court also. Tokonu etna cases, so you catch a Ghana for one say, Gawu, Sebio, a seminar at the court done a national, a constitutional dispute, and that any day political parties are seminar yeka. 81. She recognized say as another court no na if a constitutional na nenya political party asem, meaning Gawu has the constitutional right to be a judge on the Supreme Court bench, and that it is not about his political affiliation, because we are looking at the constitution. The law is the law. It is not about party which he was part of. Internet Tokonu Kache Ghana for say fine, Gawu MPP ni Gawu are contesting as a member of Parliament. Gawu CPP ni or PNC ni yenim se or politics pa nemum court ha na ote no a constitution won some na oka a constitution e na ba a constitution won some and original so dey adwuma na mom enya political party. Now the question here today is, Puaman, today as we speak, the matter in front of us is a constitutional matter. It is a Puaman kura akwa restaurant. Now akwashia NDC ni oho. Na oni NDC no atun say didi. Na oya NDC lawyer. At the end of the day, what is in front of the committee is a constitutional matter and not a political party issue. Into your case in court today, say we should get rid of Puaman and other people because you believe, say, they are politically affiliated or politically affiliated. No, it does not come in here. Meaning, even your basis for going to court, no, you have breached the constitution. Because if you sat in court and told us to say, gawu, it does not matter the political party or war. The political party he basically led or contested in their name. What matters in your courtroom is that Gawu is sitting on a constitutional matter. What we are dealing with, this allegation that came up, this petition that has gone through the mail to get to the committee, is a constitutional issue. It is not a political issue because in the first place, the people who filed the petition have not told us they are Party A, Party B, card-bearing members. They are citizens of the Republic. They actually petitioned the Constitution and they activated a clause in the Constitution that has to take effect. And those clauses in the Constitution were followed by the President. It is a president in the Constitution. What we are discussing is purely constitutional. It is not political. And do not make it look like, say, Puamanya NDC, NDC for into what in your mind, it is a political thing. There's no political thing here. This is purely constitutional. That is why we are using the Constitution to deal with this matter. Sanka political anka John Mahama beka say yanko asiedun ketia office na yanko dia semono. But because this matter is purely constitutional, the president followed the Constitution. The president worked in the remit. He worked inside the Constitution to make sure say every single part of Constitution is say enfano and one year fast. Inti tokonu, you even going to court shows say psychologically you are not ready and you don't even understand the law. Unless you want to delay us, you want to tell us, Guardian, say, Jimmy. That is the thing. Because Gau, the constitution, not political. What we are looking at today is constitutional. Now, at the Fufra, I na tokonu pen or court and say, a constitution, no, yam modify constitution, no. Yam fa and sanka constitution in favor, no. It's constitutional, never said, say, you petition the president, not say, your petition allegation no you say Chief Justice why ye bibia I was say you butoto to no constitution ma ho kwan say yen kan o TV so emobi ehu I say secrecy yen kan wo dem because nyoma bi wo ha e Chief Justice yen pese Ghana fo behu but Chief Justice toko no say e yo no nti yen go against the Constitution. How dare you tell us to go against the Constitution? Because nobody in Ghana is bigger than the Constitution. So for Tokonu to even tell us to say she wants the hearing to be on TV for everybody to watch. She does not even respect the Constitution because the Constitution does not make it clear that this hearing or the committee hearing should be in camera, should be on TV. It is say right now you want us to modify the Constitution because of you. Without due respect, give us a reason why you want us to modify the Constitution for you alone. Ana sebio otofa 9 ana tokonu ye hu so lawyer any judge da. You need to stay within emrano and humble yourself and go through the process. As we speak today, nobody in Ghana has said you are guilty of the allegations. So what is your problem? What is the problem with you, Tokonu? You are too disrespectful. Your body language, the arrogance in you. You felt that every Ghanaian is beneath you. The kind of arrogance you exhibited in your home, making your husband look like a maid. You exhibited the same arrogance in your courtroom. And now that you have committed a lot of blunders, we are trying to help you justify yourself. Still, the arrogance is not giving you room to understand the Constitution is the holy book of this land. So your arrogance, your body language, the attitude, the disrespect for the people of Ghana, because you alone choosing to go to the court means you respect the court. So why are you not following the rules of the court? Because you are the same person who was telling us that the court, the law is the law. So if the law is the law, why do you want us to change the law to favor you? When you for 9. When you for the 9. Why and our China or Ghana or Barbane our China today you want it to look like say without you we Ghanaians we cannot move forward. Maintain your level, Adole. Madam, any brabao, sit down and maintain your level. Keep the arrogance at home. Start to humble yourself. Start to respect the Constitution. Start to respect the people who put you at the Supreme Court. Politics, so the issues, you want it to be about you. It is not about you. It is about the Constitution. And you made it clear to us, it is about the Constitution. Okay? When Tokonu was the Chief Justice, we saw the highest form of disrespect and abuse of even the media. After your marking, the highest level of disrespect to we Ghanaians. After your marking to be back court within 2 hours, no one hearing. You sat in Ghana, insulted everybody, Chief Justice. You disrespected every single Ghanaian. No respect for whatsoever. You saw everybody to be a fool until you see Sedipani MPP and someone showed respect. You disrespected every single person. We all saw how you made the court intimidate everybody in Ghana. In fact, during your time as the Chief Justice of Ghana, Adole, Afenyo Makin, who is your personal person that you share things with, as a minority leader, even refused to accept that he's a minority leader. You will send your MPP for a UZ court.
All right, I was just winning some also or political highway, such as some years back. Lawyer Tsatsu Chikata, Ejina Supreme Court, or dear Nibre, and make some prophecies be also say, dear Tokono Adriano, will be trying to daching Ebushia, according to Kevin Taylor, or just said that prophecies here. Lawyer Tsatsu Chikata, Ejina Supreme Court, Emeki Yeno, Dea, Abem, Isan Samameno, Sisi, Bre, Anamameno, Bre Bushia, and some course or political highway in Sunday, not ano ed and etino, Madam Bessie, Anna say. Moje peni me kuti nsema ekoso e political highway ni so aha POG Media. Medamas.